Double cage induction motor. Squirrel cage induction motor are widely used. The starting torque equation of induction motor can be given by tau st equals to k E2 square R2 divided by R2 square plus X2 square, where R2 equals to rotor resistance, X2 equals to inductive reactance at starting, and E2 equals to induced EMF in the rotor, where K is proportional to 3 by 2 pi ns, where ns is the synchronous speed. As the rotor resistance value is very low for squirrel cage induction motor, therefore it has very low starting torque because tau st is proportional to R2. To provide the higher value of the rotor resistance in squirrel cage induction motor, double bar double cage rotor is used in induction motor. In this graph we can see that for the low value of the rotor resistance the starting torque is less, okay, while for the higher value of the rotor resistance the starting torque is high. At the starting condition, motor is in standstill condition. S is equals to ns minus n divided by ns, okay, but at standstill condition n is equals to 0. So slip S is equals to ns minus 0 divided by ns is equals to ns by ns is equals to 1. We know the relation between rotor frequency and supply frequency. So if the slip is 1, so rotor frequency and supply frequency will be same at the starting condition. Induced voltage in the rotor and rotor current has same frequency as the frequency of the supply voltage. Hence, the starting inductive reactance gets higher value at standstill condition because we know that the XL is equals to 2 pi FRL. At the starting FR is equals to F. It means if the value of frequency will be higher, inductive reactance will be high. Due to large value of the inductive reactance XL, the rotor induced current is split of having higher value lags the induced voltage at the large angle. So this cause poor starting torque at the standstill condition. The starting torque is only 1.5 times of the full load torque, through the induced current is 5 to 7 times of the full load current. Hence, this squirrel cage single bar single cage rotor is not being able to apply against high load. So we need to go for deep bar cage induction motor to get high starting torque. The construction of deep bar double cage induction motor is shown. Here we have the two bars. One is low resistance bar represented by the green color and high resistance bar are represented by the red color. In deep bar double cage rotor, bars are there in two layers. One is outer layer. It has the bar of small cross sectional area. So its resistance is relatively high because R is proportional to 1 upon A. Thus the flux linkage is very less. Hence the inductance is very low. The resistance to inductive reactance ratio is high because R02 is high and X02 is less. Inner layer, it has a bar of large cross sectional area comparatively. So its resistance is very less because R is proportional to 1 upon A. Thus the flux linkage is very high. The bars are thoroughly bored in iron. As the flux linkage is high, the inductance is also very high. Resistance to inductive reactance ratio is poor because here the R2 is less and X2 is high. So this ratio will be lower. Operating principle: at standstill condition, slip is equals to 1. The inner and outer side bars get induced with voltage and current with the supply frequency F. Due to skin effect, the deeper bar inner side offered more inductive reactance XL is equals to 2 pi FL. Here I am considering F because at standstill condition the slip is 1. So, Fr is equals to F. Hence, the current tries to flow through the outer side rotor bars. The outer side rotor bars offer more resistance but poor inductive reactance. The ultimate resistance is somewhat higher than the single bar rotor resistance. The higher valued rotor resistance results more torque to be developed at the starting. When the rotor speed of the deep bar cage induction motor increases, the frequency of the induced EMF and current in the rotor gets gradually decreased. As we know, S is equals to Ns minus N divided by Ns. So, if we are increasing the speed of the motor, slip will decrease. And we also know that the rotor current frequency or rotor induced EMF frequency Fr is equals to Sf. F is the supply frequency. So, if the S is decreasing, it means Fr will also decrease. It means the XL will also decrease. Hence, the inductive reactance XL in the inner side bar, deep bars get decreased and the current faces less inductive reactance and less resistance as a whole. Now, no need for more torque because the rotor already has arrived to its full speed with running torque. The speed torque graph shows that the higher valued resistance offer higher torque at the standstill condition and the maximum torque will be achieved at higher valued slip. Here we can see the equivalent for the top of the bar and bottom of the bar, how the value of the inductance is varying. This is the torque slip characteristics for the deep bar double cage induction motor. This is the torque slip characteristics for the inner cage and this is for the outer cage of the deep double bar cage induction motor. This is the torque slip characteristics for double cage induction motor. As we can see that the outer cage provides the maximum torque at different instant while the inner cage provides at the different instant. Therefore, the resultant maximum torque will be less in case of deep bar double cage induction motor as compared to the single cage induction motor. Comparison between single cage and double cage induction motor. A double cage induction motor has low starting current and high starting torque. Therefore, it is more suitable for direct online starting. Since the effective rotor resistance of double cage motor is higher, there is a large rotor heating at the time of starting as compared to that of single cage rotor because heat is proportional to R. So, if R will be large, heat will be large. The high resistance of the outer cage increases the resistance of the double cage motor. So, full load copper losses are increased and efficiency is decreased. The pull out torque of the double cage motor is smaller than the single cage motor. The cost of the double cage motor is about 20 to 30% more than the single cage motor of same rating. As the reactance of the double cage induction motor is higher than the single cage induction motor, so the maximum torque and the full load power factor of the double cage induction motor is less than the single cage induction motor. Or we can say that tau m is proportional to 1 upon 2 x2. So, x2 is high for the double cage induction motor, so Tm is less. And inner and outer winding produce the maximum torque for different value of slip. x2 increase, so Z2 will also increase, so power factor is also decrease. Thank you.